Hey guys, welcome back to Once Upon a Tiny Farm. My name's Drew. In today's video, I want to tell you guys why I decided to get rid of my two roosters. That's right, I had two roosters in my flock and I didn't even realize it. So get into all of that in this video, so stick around. My last video, I did a video talking about this hen that I thought was acting quite like a rooster. And I culled that bird last night, that barred rock that I thought was acting like a rooster, but I thought it was a hen. And upon doing the dirty work of processing that chicken, I realized it had the male parts. So it was not a hen, it was actually a rooster. And that totally threw me off. And it explains a lot. It explains why it was mounting all of my hens like a rooster would. It explains why it was so aggressive towards all of the hens, and it actually explains a lot. What confused me about that hen, that rooster, was that it was raised with, I got five, they were all supposed to be 5 hens last spring, I think in April, this time, April last year, so almost a year ago. And 2 of those 5 turned out to be roosters now. So that's interesting to me. That one, the other rooster that was in that original 5 they were supposed to be egg layers. The other rooster started crowing around, I want to say, like maybe 3 months old. And this barred rock that turned out to be a rooster didn't start crowing until the last couple of weeks. Like, I don't know how, like, I just didn't know. Like, I just assumed if that was a rooster, that would have been crowing from very early on, but it hadn't until very recently. Maybe it just discovered that it was a rooster. I don't know, but totally threw me off, and it explains its much larger size than all of the rest of my hens. Are obviously smaller than the roosters were. So before I get into the reasons why I got rid of the roosters, I tell you that the main reason why I wanted the rooster was I wanted to be really, really self-sufficient here, and I wanted to be able to hatch my own eggs. And I'm actually still hoping to be able to do that because I saved all of the eggs recently that these birds laid while those roosters were in my flock. So I'm going to try incubating them probably in one of an upcoming videos in a new incubator that I just got. I never tried incubating eggs before, but we're going to try and hopefully hatch a whole bunch of our own eggs for the very first time. So that'll be exciting. Stick around for that one. But I wanted to be able to do that, and I'm hoping I'll still be able to do that. So there's a couple of reasons why I decided to get rid of them. First one is they're noisy, and I live in an urban area. Now, I'm out in the country. I can see mountains from my backyard, but I have neighbors on all sides around us. And my neighbors are aware that we have chickens, and they support it. But there's neighbors beyond them that I fear will hear my roosters that I know I'm not supposed to have. And it only takes one person to complain. And I tried the no-crow collar on both my roosters. To be honest, I don't even think it's worth using the no-crow collar. I don't even want to recommend it anymore because I don't like it. I wonder if I killed my first chicken because it was too tight. I don't know, but I assume that it may have led to that first chicken dying. And if you just live in a situation where you're afraid of noise and you're afraid somebody might report you, I would just say don't even bother with the rooster. Just go with the hens. Even though the hens can be pretty noisy too when they're laying lots of eggs. Yeah, the noise, even with that no-crow collar, it was still loud. It was still pretty loud, and a little too loud for my liking. And I have some anxiety issues, and it was like every morning I was waking up and I was like, oh, the rooster is just crowing again at like 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just like worried that people are going to complain about it, so I like have to rush out of bed and feed them so they'll shut up. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So today's the first day without the roosters, and I could tell the hens, I could just tell their energy was, they were in much better spirits today. I spent a lot of time with my chickens, so I'm good at reading their energy and they seemed a lot happier today. So I bet they're happy with me that I got rid of them. And they also laid like 5 or 6 eggs already from like my 10 layers that I have left. So I think they're pretty happy. And that brings me to reason number 2 why I decided to get rid of those roosters. Besides the reason I just mentioned, the hens were really, their egg production went down a lot. And I think it's because I had too many roosters in my flock. I only thought I had 1. I actually had 2. And those 2 roosters to my 10 hens I think I have left, it was too much. And they were getting very stressed. And when the chickens are stressed, they just don't lay. That's just what I found out. They don't lay if they feel any kind of stress. And who can blame them if you're afraid of a male coming at you and mounting you from any way you turn, and there's nowhere to hide in their run or coop from these roosters. So I think I had too many roosters in there, and yeah, they were very stressed out, and they weren't laying eggs. And the whole point of having the hens is to have lots of eggs for my family and to share with others around here. So, and the last reason why I decided to get rid of those roosters, they were very aggressive, and some of it was pretty bad. Like, I never seen my black copper Moran got so many of its back feathers plucked off. It looks terrible. I probably should have separated that hen a while ago, but I didn't. But I'm hoping now that those 2 roosters are gone, that black copper Moran will heal and grow those feathers back in full. But those roosters were doing that to all of the hens, not just that one black copper Moran. They were picking at like their butt feathers. It was kind of weird, and I could tell they were getting stressed. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to worry about any noise complaints because the roosters are all gone. I took care of them myself. I took responsibility for the animals that I had. I know how to process them now, and I feel very confident in that. And yeah, so that's why I decided to get rid of my roosters. Hopefully I'll have a much happier flock of hens, and we'll get a lot more eggs. And hopefully I will be able to hatch some of those last few eggs that we've been saving and put in our new incubator. And I hope you'll stick around to watch that video coming up very soon. And hopefully it works. We got a budget incubator, and yeah, I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to hatch some of our own chicks. That'd be really exciting. But anyway, that's all I wanted to share in this video. Thought this might be helpful to anybody that's thinking about getting a rooster in more of an urban setting. After trying it for the last year or so with a couple different roosters, I'm kind of at the place where I would say don't even try it. If you're worried that somebody might complain, if you're worried about noise, don't even try the no-crow collar. Just don't go with the rooster. If you really want to hatch your own chicks, like I really want to, I found it's really easy to find people online, like in Facebook groups, or look on eBay. There's a ton of people that are selling hatching eggs of very specific breeds that you might want, and then you could order those eggs, those fertilized eggs, and hatch them in your own incubator. So I think that's the direction that I'm going to be going in the future, to hatch my own chicks, because that's what I'd really like to do. And yeah, maybe someday if we move out to a different spot where we're not surrounded by neighbors and we have more open space and nobody would care that we had a rooster, I will gladly get all my roosters again. But I wouldn't recommend it to somebody in more of an urban space. Not even try it with the no-crow collar like I did. Didn't work out, and now I don't have to stress out so much about the roosters either hurting my hens, or anything like that, or annoying the neighbors. So that's all I wanted to share in this video. Thank you all for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.